So good morning, everyone. I'm going sailing this afternoon. Haha, so I'm excited about that. We're gonna get a little bit of cardio going this morning. So from a standing position, I just want you to start with a little bit of a jog, breathing, working your feet. You're warming up from the feet up today. So maybe it's a little cold wherever you are. Anyone feeling a little tiny autumn chill in the air? Yeah? Me too, a little teeny bit in California here. And I want you to really work your feet. So you're pressing down, pushing up, really feeling your feet like you're a stealthy animal in the forest. Yes, you are, stealthy. Okay, and then pause, and it's knee up, knee up. So just a different kind of a movement. Still pushing one foot down. And you're just marching along. It's a march though. It's a march. Ta-ta, ta-ta, ta-ta. Good, and if you get bored marching, you can take little quarter turns. Ta, 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 and turn, turn, turn. Yes. Good, and back to center. Ta, 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 ta. Good, now it's side step. Side step, side step. Good, and we're gonna do that just a little bit quicker. Little hop and step, little hop and step, hop and step. Good, and do that to your own ability. Ta-ta, 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 ta-ta. Good, now pause. We're gonna take 2 steps. 1, 2, and 1. 2 and 1, 2. Good, just side steps, warming up the sides of the body. Good, keep going. Nice, and then wide step. We're gonna take it into a low squat, and you're gonna swim. Good, low squat, swim. Find that form. Knees stay right over the ankles. That's it, good. And then C-star. Lift one leg up and find a little bit of a star position. Yeah, good. Good, and then if you can, you're gonna bring it in. You're gonna do a little bit of a jumping jack. It's kind of slow, out and in, out and in. We'll call this the jumping Jill, not the jumping jack. Jill for Jill, yay. Perfect. Now, come to the end of your mat. We're going to do little bunny jumps. Keeping the legs jumping together if you can. It's 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. March it back. Good. It's 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. March it back. Good, and make it as small and as easy as you need to. March. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and march. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and march. Good, now we're gonna see if we can do a bigger jump. Jumps in 2s. 1, 2, march back. That might be too much for your knees. Big jump, walk back. If it is, go back to tinies. Big jump for those who can. Good. We should play hopscotch one day, wouldn't that be fun? Good, last one. Big, big, march back. Excellent. Coming to the center, I want you to jog. Get your arms moving, legs moving. Good, and now it's a run. You're running. Good, you can imagine a bear is chasing you. Good, or just your friend is chasing you. And we're gonna jog for 1 minute. 1 minute on the clock, we can do it. Jog. Good. Woo. Jog. Nice. If jogging doesn't feel great, you're walking, but you're walking fast. This should raise the heart rate a little bit today. Nice. Keep jogging. Good. We're almost at 30 seconds. Just keep going. Keep jogging. Yes. I remember when I was horribly out of shape. This was 8 months after breast cancer, after 2 surgeries, after chemo, after radiation. I was terribly out of shape. And I wanted to start a running program. So 15 seconds, but I couldn't run. I was terribly out of shape. I could barely walk around the block a few times. I did work out every day, but not cardio. So 5 seconds. I started running in 1 minute intervals. That was 1 minute. We did it. Good job. Now take a nice wide stance. Bring your arms all the way up. Good. Inhale here. Exhale down. So I run 1 minute and then walk 5 minutes. Run 1 minute. Pretty soon I was doing run 2 minutes. Run 3 minutes. Pretty soon I was running for an hour. Pretty soon. But that's how you start. You start a little tiny bit at a time. Good. And these are just nice and easy. Down and roll it up. Good work. Now on this last little part here, for the spine, tiny bit challenging. We're gonna see what we can do. I'm standing at the edge of my mat. My heart rate's a tiny bit up, which is great. And I'm gonna do a classic Pilates roll down. So my arms come up to the sky. Inhale here, exhale, and I roll down, diving, as if I'm diving into a small pool. When I come down to the ground, I bend my knee so I can make contact with the floor, and then I walk myself out. 1, 2, 3, and I should be in a down dog position. From the down dog position, I'm gonna roll through plank into up dog, back through plank to down dog, and then I walk back. 1, 2, 3, if I can. I did 4, and then roll slowly up. Yes, now that is a classic Pilates maneuver. We're gonna see if we can do it 3 times together. Okay, arms up, dive down. Find the floor in whatever way you can. And then it's 1, 2, 3. Find your down dog position so you look at your feet. Good, through plank to up dog. Eye gaze looks up. Back to down dog. And then walk, 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 hang, roll the spine up. Woo, nice. 2 more. This is classic Pilates, believe it or not. Dive down. Woo. And it's 1, 2, 3. Good. You're in your down dog. You glide through your plank to up dog. Back to down dog. And 1, 2, 3. Roll it up. Joseph Pilates didn't use the words down dog, but we know what that is. Nice. And dive. Last one, good one. Dive down. And it's 1, 2, 3. From your down dog, through your plank, through the up dog. Press back. And 1, 2, 3. And roll it all the way up. Woohoo! Yes. Good. To finish up our standing warm-up, we're going to grab a hold of our band Yes, we are. And we're gonna bring our feet into a V shape. Zip everything up through the center line of the body. Yeah, adjust your clothing. And take the hairband so it's got some slack. Arms are out, but shoulders are not scrunched up. Shoulders are down. We're gonna pull across the body. That's it. And then back. We're just gonna do it for 5. We're not creating any tension. In effect, we're moving the shoulder blades, but we're stretching the chest. Good, 2 more, exhale. And 1 more time. Woo-hoo. Perfect. Now let's take the band and place it behind the rib cage. So for me, it's kind of high up underneath the breast tissue if you can, and then cross it over. Elbows are at your sides, shoulders are down. Feet are in a V shape. Yep, and we're gonna pull and pull. This is pretty easy to do in this format correctly. All you have to do is think of rocks on your shoulders, holding the shoulders down, and it's a little bit of a pull and a pull. Elbows stay touching your sides. That's it, good. Now from here, I'm gonna add a little bit of a plie and squeeze, plie and squeeze, bend and lengthen, bend and lengthen, good. 8 and 7 and 6 and 5 and 4, 3, 2, last one, and stay. Good. I want to lift my heels up, lower my heels down. Lift the heels up, lower down, lift up, lower down. Good, now I'm going to straighten and pull and bend. Straighten and pull and bend. 8 to finish. 8 and 7 and 6 and 5 and 4 and 3 and 2. Last one, and we did it. Excellent. Let's come on down to our mat for some core specific work. That was fun. I like a little cardio jumping, just a little bit, not crazy, but a little bit is nice. Okay. Perfect. So coming down to the mat, we will start with a little bit of roll backs, and ball is going to be between the inner thighs. Yeah. I might need to take off my jacket. It's getting a little warmer already here in California at 10:15 in the morning. Yes, on October 7th. Okay, so my knees are bent, and I'm trying to push my sitting bones down so I can sit up tall. We're doing a roll back series today here for our starting movement. The arms are long. I'm holding onto a giant stuffed piñata. I take a huge inhale, and then as I exhale, I roll back, 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 back to a place that feels like something. Woohoo! I take an inhale and hold it, and then exhale. The piñata, squeezing the piñata is going to help me lift up. Yes, it is, and I sit tall. I do it again. I'm going to do it 2 more times. So we go down, 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 down to a place that you feel something. Head stays lifted, and then squeeze the piñata as you roll up. Good. Inhale, exhale. So these roll backs are kind of considered basic training for abdominals. We learned them in like maybe the 2nd year when I was learning Pilates in one of my basic classes, because you can't hurt your back in these. They're a great way to start really training the abdominals, and you can control how far you go down. I find that they're really helpful. Okay, so we're gonna sit up tall, arms hold the piñata, and we just add on. The idea of the piñata is that you've got energy through the inner lines of your arms. You're squeezing something, just like with your ball, you're squeezing the ball. Now take a breath in. Exhale, we're going to come back just to the beginning of the lumbar spine. So we're not going to come down too low. Let's practice. We come back, back, back. Good. So from here, I have a little bit more mobility, meaning I could twist or I could move. I can hold this rather than coming down super low. That's pretty intense. So just find that place as we start this next part of the series where you know you can move from. Take a breath in, exhale, coming down. For me, it's the beginning of the lumbar spine. Great. Now it's one arm up, and then lift up, and then the arms come down. Good, we do that 2 more times. We go back, back, back to a place that you can move from. One arm, arms lift up, and then the arms slide back into place. Good job, once more. We roll back, back, back. One arm, lift up, straight up to the sky. Arms slide down. Good, now if you need a teeny break, legs come to butterfly pose just for a moment, and you rock a little bit side to side. When I mean a break, it's not for your back or abdominals, it's actually for your thighs and psoas that start feeling a little cramped here. So just a tiny little release. You could also shake out your legs. Okay, ball goes back between the inner thighs, and we continue on with this rollback series. Arms are holding on to a giant piñata, or whatever you can visualize. Inhale here, exhale coming down, down, down. Great job. Now what I want you to do is practice one arm sliding out as far as you can to the side, and then connect the arms by reaching them in opposition like you're a giant eagle. Yes. And then slide that arm back. You haven't moved. You're in this exact same place. We're going to do the other side. We open as wide as we can. We connect to the arms like we're a giant golden eagle. And then the arm comes back, and we drive the piñata up. Good. I feel a little bit of like tiring in my thighs, so I'm going to stretch by shaking out my legs. Yeah. Then we do it again. Sitting up tall, arms are pressed down as if on the tabletop. Another good cue. This time we roll back, same thing, but we start with the opposite arm that we started with. It's just good for our brain. We reach in opposition. We bring that arm back. Good. We find it again. Open the other arm. Really reach the arms in opposition. Good. And then bringing it back. Drive it all the way up. One more time. We rock back. We open. Find it. Bring it back. Good. And other side. Open. Find it. And bring it back. And we drive it all the way up. Good. I'm going to shake out my legs one more time. My legs must be a little tight today, or is everyone else feeling that too? I don't know. We sit tall. Last little part here. I'm going to spin around just for variety. The sun is out. It looks like a gorgeous day outside. I want you to clasp your hands here and notice your shoulder position. It's not hunched up. You're sitting up as tall as you can. And we're going to take a breath in, exhale, and as you exhale, squeeze the ball and turn your palms inside out. You're still making a circle between your arms. You come down somewhere onto your lumbar spine where you can hold it. You squeeze the ball a lot. Good. And then we're going to take it side, back to center, and side, and back to center. And then we roll all the way up and we stretch our spine. Good. We come down to, and we do 2, and try to do 7 to finish this roll back set. It's a lot. We'll give it a shot. Okay. So we've got our rounded tree. We're hugging our tree. We're squeezing our ball. And we're going to do a continuous set for the rest. So here we go. Exhale back. Turning the hands inside out. And we go 1, take it back, and 1. Take it back. Now stay, do it again. So it's 2, take it back, and 2. Take it back. Good. Scoop to lift up and straighten your spine. Good. Now we do 3. Inhale here. Exhale, turning the hands inside out as we go down. That positions the shoulders correctly. It's 1, ta-ta, and 1, ta-ta, and 2, and 2, and 3, and 3. Scoop and lift all the way up. Straighten your back. Yay! Good. We're going to do 4. Inhale, hugging the tree and the ball. Exhale, we scoop down. Good. And it's 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4. Scoop and lift. Stretch your back. Coming down for 5. Hug your tree. Squeeze your ball. Exhale down. Turning the hands inside out. And it's 1, 1, and 2, 2, and 3, 3, and 4, 4, and 5, 5. Good. All the way up. Scoop and lift. Oh, we're going to do 6 and 7? Yes, we do. Okay. Inhale, exhale, scoop and roll back. You're holding your belly in tight. 1, 1, and 2, 2, and 3, 3, and 4, 4, and 5, 5, and 6, 6, and we drive it all the way up. Good. And the last one. Oh my gosh, the last one. We can do this. We're squeezing the ball in, hugging the tree. We scoop down, and we go for it. It's 1, and 1, and 2, and 2, and 3, and 3, and 4, and 4, and 5, and 5, and 6, and 6, and lucky 7, and scoop to lift. Stretch your back out. Oh, that was a lot of work. Take an inhale here. Exhale, softly roll back all the way down to find the mat. Good. Press your palms into the top of your thigh, where your thigh meets your pelvis, and push and lift. You're giving yourself a little bit of room. That was a lot of psoas work. So you push and lift. Remember, the psoas is that wide ribbony muscle that comes from the 12th rib and attaches down to the inner part of the leg. So it holds the top of our body to the bottom of the body. Yes, it's important to have it strong, but I did feel that, so I'm giving it a little space. Yay. Okay, deep inhale. Deep exhale. Perfect. Keep that sense of relaxation as you transfer the ball underneath your sacrum. Yeah. Good. We're going to do a little bit of single leg work today. So the pelvis is level. The ball is protecting and activating through the back. The upper shoulders and arms are relaxed. I want you to pick up one leg, good, and then lengthen it up to the ceiling. Perfect. Find your maximum place of stretch here, and then pulse towards your head. Pulse, pulse, pulse. Good, now we're going to take it down. So it's the same height as the ball. It doesn't go down and lower. It's just the same height as the ball and up. Just the same height as the ball and up. So for me, I think I'm about maybe 8 or 10 inches from the floor. Yeah. And it's a slow kick, very precise. We'll call this our precision kick. Nice. I'm flexing up and pointing down, and I'm thinking about that because I'm going to change that in a little bit. But right now, flex up, point down. I might imagine that I'm attached to ropes or stretchy bands, or that I'm moving through a giant lake of molasses. So I have some kind of a little bit of extra resistance. I have a little something to press against in my imagination. Good. Now on the next one, we're going to just change the foot. It's flex down, point up. Flex down, point up. Flex down, point up. Good. Does that feel just as easy as the other position? Yeah, pretty much. Maybe for some of you, you got to really think about it. Yeah. I'm underneath my skylight right now, and there are beautiful cloud patterns moving by, and one of them looks exactly like a giant heart. I mean, it really does. It looks like a giant cloud heart. So from the cloud to me to you, woohoo! Yeah! Okay, I forgot what I was doing. I think I'm pointing up and flexing down. Good. Single leg bicycle next. Yes, single leg work is lovely. Single leg. Good job. And as I'm bicycling, just to make my core work a little bit harder as I'm working the leg, my arms could come up to the sky, and I'm holding a giant loaf of bread or a bamboo pole between my hands. So again, the inner line of my arms is active. Good, and then reverse it. It's a scoop and lift. Scoop and lift. Good job. Yep, we're doing the full single leg series today. We're gonna do single legs lying on our bellies too. We got a lot of single leg stuff coming up. Yes. Nice. Good. Good. Two more, make it smooth. Smooth, good, and pause. Now, arms come down, opposite leg is long. Maybe the hands hold behind the thigh. I want you to feel both legs stretching apart, and somewhere in your body, there's a little bit of stretch sensation, wherever that is. Ooh, that feels good. I'm holding on to my calf, and my opposite leg is a little bit off the ground. To me, that's really great. Find a place for your body that you feel some kind of a stretch that makes your heart fill with happiness. Perfect. Okay, bend the knee. Give that leg a nice hug, like you're really thanking that side of your body. And then change legs. Good. And then change legs again. So we're going to do this a few times before we get to the other side. This is single leg stretch on the ball, but it's got a little extra pull. Single leg stretch with an extra hug. Yeah. Good work. Nice. Okay, now you're on your opposite leg. You want to bend the other leg that you just worked probably to give you that stability. And you start by lengthening your leg, maybe flexing your foot, and tiny pulses toward your head. So you're opening up a little bit more through the back of your leg. It feels great. Yes. On these first two leg lifts, the upper body is relaxed, wide chest, you're breathing. Always an option to have a small pillow underneath the back of your head or neck, and then point down, flex up. This is the precision movement, so you're not coming any lower to the ground. It would be very sloppy to rest your leg on the ground. We're not sloppy people, we're precision movers. So thinking about just to where your small dog or cat would be, and you tap them on the back lightly, and then you kick up. Good. And then imagine there's resistance, however that helps. ropes, balloons, a vat full of organic honey or molasses. Good job. Good, now this one I didn't even cue you, but you know because we always do flex up, point down, right? But now we're gonna try the opposite. We point up, flex down, point up, flex down. Good, does that feel a little different than what we usually do? To me, it feels like I'm painting the ceiling. And the other feels more like a kick. It feels great. Nice, and it's not challenging for me unless I go off on a big tangent. I might go back to my normal kick, but it feels lovely. Yes. Okay, good. Now we're gonna start with a single leg bicycle. We get that moving. Arms come up to the sky and there's energy through those hands. And imagine there's resistance as if you are pushing a wheel with your foot. Yeah. Good work. Nice. Yes, we can. Yes, we can do this together. We can get stronger every single day. Woo-hoo. I read a really interesting article this morning about Barbara Hershey. I guess she's coming out with a new movie, something called like The Mansion. I think it might be a horror film. And the article was not too much about the film. It was just an article about her life. And you might remember, she's such a great actress. But remember in 1973, I guess it was, where she called herself Barbara Seagull, and it was a big deal. Oh, let's reverse. Really funny. So that was an interesting article from The Guardian. She also, I guess, breastfed on like the Johnny Carson show in the 70s, and I guess that was like a big taboo. She was like the first person on live television ever to breastfeed, and I guess the public turned against her for a while and she didn't get any jobs. Pretty interesting career. But she's a revered actress now, that's for sure. Good. I remember her in Beaches. That was in the 70s. And in, Hannah and Her Sisters. Good, okay, that's the last one. Give it a nice little squeeze. And what else was she in? Oh, she was Mary Magdalene, do you remember that? In The Passion? That was a long time ago. Okay, so we are going to lift up off the ball. That was beautiful single leg work. And place the ball between the thighs, legs come on up to tabletop. Rock a little bit side to side so that the low back feels very happy, warm, relaxed, wonderful. Hands are going to come behind the head. And we're just going to start with a little bit of a lengthening of the back of the skull. Lift up. And then if you can, you're going to bring your knees to your elbows to your knees as you squeeze the ball. Head goes all the way to tap the floor. Do that again. Lift up. Good. And then in and down. It's lift. Bring it in and down. Good. Remember always to create length. Yes, it's not a crunch. Sometimes if you go to the gym, they'll call this the crunch. It's not a crunch. It's a lift and then a lift more and down. So every part of your spine is actually participating in this exercise, front and back. And you're feeling like you're getting a stretch. Woohoo! You're stretching and strengthening. That's the beauty of this type of movement. We never get all compacted and jammed up. We create more space in our bodies. The more spaciousness we have, the more we can feel. The more we can feel, the more we can be alive. The more we can feel connected to ourselves. The more we can feel connected to the world around us. Sometimes we don't want that. Oh yeah. Okay, go back to crunching. It's hard to stay open in a crazy world, isn't it? Good, last one here. Yes, okay. Take a teeny little breather. Stretch your body all the way out. Good. I'm going to get rid of the ball for a moment, and we're going to do our X roll-ups today. Yeah, for me, on the up here on this Cadillac, it's all padded and nice. I'm next to the wall, so I don't have as much room as I like, but spreading yourself out and really taking your spaciousness in this movement is so good. So you really want to feel here that your legs are as wide as your mat, your arms are overhead as wide as the mat. You're going to start with your left arm today, and that reaches up to the sky. Right arm pushes down against the floor, and then you roll yourself all the way up, and you reach for your right pinky toe. You swivel around. You slide left hand down as you look at it in the confines of the mat or the floor. You choose. Back to the C star, yes, or the X position. We change. Right arm leads the way. Right arm up. Good. We push with the left arm against the ground as we reach for the pinky toe. Swivel around and slide down, and you're looking at your back hand so that you have this lovely lengthened position, and then back into your tide pool. Good. Left arm, reach. Good. Push however you can. Yeah. Up. Swivel around. Slide it down. Yay! Do that again. Right arm up. Push off the floor. These are very doable, and you're using your whole body. Yes. Good. Again, reach. Good. Notice for yourself, just kind of paying attention, do these make you a little teeny bit happy? Do you feel a little bit joyful when you do these? I totally do. Can you do this movement without smiling a little bit? Try to frown. Okay, practice one. Try to frown. Okay, I can frown. Okay, I can. But it doesn't feel natural. Ah, good. And then last one, right arm reaches, or at least that's the one I'm on. Woo, around, and coming all the way down. Yes. Okay, beautiful work. I want to have like a little bit of a playful crisscross today. So I'm going to just practice bringing my legs up to tabletop. And I'm going to practice what the ball's going to do. Ball's going to feed under one leg and then under the other leg. Good. Now, if that feels comfortable for you and you're like, yeah, I can definitely do that, then you can do that. If not, you can have your hands behind your head and you can do just legs in and out as you twist. We'll try both. Let's try both. So the ball's in our hands. And take a breath in, and we're going to exhale, lift up. Hands, the ball goes on the top of the knees, and I want you just to pull yourself up so that you're above your shoulder blades. Exactly. You do not want any stress in your neck. It's all in your core. If you can get there, excellent. And then it's one arm and the other hand, one hand and the other hand feeding. Yes, okay, good job. Now keep going, keep going, keep going. If you feel neck stress, head could go down. And if not, just stay lifted and then reverse. Yes, good job, good job, good job, good job. And we did that. Woohoo, that was fun. Lastly, we're going to do scissoring of the legs and a little crisscross. So on this one, I really like to support my neck, my head, my neck. I like to support that. So I just take a minute here as if I'm lying on the beach. I can hear the waves. I'm very relaxed. My legs come up smoothly, maybe one at a time, so that they're in that straight up and down position, ready for our scissoring. And then from here, I want to lift my head, neck, and shoulders. So I've really taken a lot of time to set myself up. I'm pointing my toes. I'm looking at my toes. I'm lifted well above shoulder blades. One leg up, one leg down to any degree. Notice I'm certainly not going down to the floor. Yes, good. Now it's the upcoming leg that I twist and twist. I'm going to see if I can do 20, 19, 18, 17, 16. I'm reaching with my armpit, not my elbow. That's it. 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and done. Woo! Yes. Okay, beautiful people. I want you to take a little supine twist, and then we're going to flip over because we have some work on our bellies today. For supine twist, legs are going to come off to tabletop. Maybe legs are together, maybe they're a little apart. You can kind of choose. Mine are going to be a little bit apart, but I'm aware of it. If I'm on the floor, my arms are out to a T shape. Up here, I'm just making sure my shoulders are wide and my arms are relaxed. I inhale and drop my legs to one side, and my eyes and my shoulders and my neck stay looking up at the skylight. Good. The heart cloud has moved away. So it's side and back to center. Practice this as an inhale as you stretch to the side. Exhale, center. Inhale, side. Exhale, center. Good. I think my ball is handy. I'm going to squeeze my ball as I do this. Inhale, drop. Exhale, center. I don't know why, but today that feels more satisfying. I think when I exhale and I squeeze the ball, it activates my waist muscles a tiny bit more, and it's more satisfying to me. So with or without your ball, inhale, exhale. Good, we've got like 7 more, so at your own timing. Good, inhaling and exhaling. Good, now on the last one, you're gonna leave your legs to one side. Maybe they fall all the way to the floor, and you're gonna turn your head away and your rib cage away. Take a huge breath into your lungs, into your ribs. Huge exhale. Gently back through center. Drop your legs all the way to the other side. Good. Same thing here. Turn your head away. Turn your rib cage away. You're in the biggest twist that you can muster, and then you breathe. Expanding the diaphragm, expanding the ribs. Good. Back to center. Perfect. Use a little momentum or however you want to come on up for our transition. Nice. In this transition here, we've got a couple of exercises on our belly, and then we're going to do some stretches. But let's go right into it. We want to lie all the way down onto our mat. And I want you to practice first just turning your head side to side. Good. Can you feel the little bit of a neck stretch? We do this all the time, Jen. I know, but this is going to be part of the choreography. Okay, so we got that down. Now I want you to activate your whole body. What do you mean? How do I activate my whole body? You lengthen your fingertips. Oh yeah, that was easy. My whole arms are active. Lengthen your legs and lift them a tiny, tiny bit. Oh yeah, my whole body is now active. Fingers and toes. Oh my God, how crazy is that? Then, keeping yourself a little bit active, I want you to think about one leg and it kick, and then it lengthens. Now I want you to flex, flex, point and lengthen. Flex, flex, point and lengthen. Flex, flex, point and lengthen. Good job. Other side. Flex, flex, point and lengthen. Good. In the ideal world, you turn your head to the other side. Here we go. Flex, flex, point and lengthen. Flex, flex, point and lengthen. Flex, flex, point and lengthen, and pause. Beautiful. Now, we want to have our hands. I know I've taught the single leg kick many times, just going straight into it, but it's fun to go through all of the pieces so that we can work on precision of movement. The hands come behind the body, and as we move into the work here, activate your body, just nice and slow, we alternate. So it's flex, flex, point and lengthen. Flex, flex, point and lengthen. Good, now we're gonna add a lift. So we kick, kick, lengthen and lift. Other side, kick, kick, lengthen and lift. Good, notice that I'm turning my head away. Just find that position for you where you can add the little head turn. Kick, kick, point and lengthen. 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 Good job. Come all the way down. Turn your head to one side. Bend your knees. Drop the feet to one side and the other. This is the windshield wiper legs. Good. Now we're going to do an exercise here for the butt lift muscle, so the very bottom of your butt. You don't get that often, so we're going to enjoy it. The legs go fairly wide. I just widen my legs a bit. And I'm going to come up onto my forearms so that I'm not pushing myself up, but I'm using my abdominals and my elbows reaching toward my breastbone so that I'm lifted, and I'm imagining that someone is pulling my knees in opposition. So coming up into this position, I am working my buns off, like just in this position. Like, okay, this is work. I fire every single muscle in the back of my body. My abdominals are active. I can feel my low back very active, and I can feel my butt, where I'm talking about, the bottom of my butt muscles fire. Good, now the heels come together. I'm in a V shape. Can you see the V shape of my feet? I hope so. My feet are clicked together like that. In this position, I still feel like someone is behind me pulling my knees or pulling on my mat. Then I squeeze my heels together as much as I can, and I feel my butt. And then I lift an inch, I lower an inch, I lengthen and lift. So this is a teeny, tiny movement. I imagine that a large mouse, a heavy mouse that's just eaten a ton of seed and cheese, is on my feet. So I'm lifting a small animal as I lengthen and lift, and I feel it right at the bottom of my butt. Can you feel how that's really working and firing? There's a lot to this exercise, although it looks like nothing, I know, and I keep pulling my shoulder blades down my back. This is super sophisticated. Just see if you can practice it, staying engaged. Lengthen and lift, lengthen and lift. The furry little mouse, lift it up and up. And I keep lengthening and lifting. It's a tiny little scoop and lift, as if someone is pulling the back of my mat out, and I have to lift up a little bit. Good, I'm gonna see here if I can do 12 more, 11 more, and my butt is kind of on fire. It's not like when we do the bridge series, but it is really working hard. Good, let's see if we can do 8 and 7 and 6 and 5 and 4 and 3 and 2. Last one, and let it go. Woo! Did you get a lot out of that? I don't teach that one very often because it's very sophisticated. If you did it, you definitely get kudos. Okay, bend your knees and side to side. Plus, look at your butt. Look at your rear end in the mirror tomorrow morning. You're gonna see that it's lifted. It's crazy. Those muscles respond quickly. That's a good thing, right? Yes. Okay, side to side. And I want to practice our heel beats. We're gonna turn into little hummingbirds. Okay, we're doing a lot of stuff on our belly today. I know, it's good for us though, huh? Turn your head to center. Lengthen your arms long and your legs long so you're slightly lifted off the mat. If you can maintain this position, great, and then start beating your heels together. If it's too much, option for one hand and the other hand down, forehead down, and just keep beating your heels. Good, keep beating your heels. Keep beating your heels. Really beat your heels. Good, beat those heels, beat those heels. Kind of like a hummingbird wings, because it's fast, 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 fast. Good, keep going, keep beating your heels. Good, keep beating those heels. Beat your heels together, beat your heels, beat, 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 beat. Stay lifted if you can, or stay active. Good, and release everything. Good job. One foot comes back. Can you hold on to it? If you can, and that doesn't hurt your back, doesn't hurt anything, give yourself permission to push your thigh a little bit into the ground, and then maybe your foot into your hand a tiny bit. It's a very gentle stretch. Good. If that works for you, try the other side. I just caution about this stretch. I like it if I do it gently. So I'm holding on, I can hold on easily. I press my thigh into the ground to lengthen it, and then I push hand into foot. Then I get a little bit of a thigh stretch. But if I do it with too much fervor, or like some people in a class or at a gym might tell you like to lift up and stuff, it's way too much for my back. And I have a super strong back. So I think, just doing this one gently is very helpful. Yeah, good job. Okay, so finally, we get to come off of our belly, turning head to center. Press yourself up and back. Good. Woo. Take a minute to relax your back, your arms, your neck, and take a breath. Perfect. For our hip series today, we're going to come into our side lying work. That's it. My head is supported, my legs are straight up, my abdominals are pulled in, and we're going to have the feet slightly flexed. The top leg lifts up, bottom leg lifts, both legs lower. Top, bottom, lower. That's it. Lift, lift, and lower. It's as if I'm standing. I'm not like heavily flexing my feet, but they're a little bit flexed. We're going to do a different version in a second. So just kind of noticing how that feels. It's lift, lift, and lower. It's top, bottom, and lower. Top, bottom, and lower, and top, bottom, and lower. Good. Now point your toes, and it's top, bottom, and lower. Top, bottom, and lower. A little different, isn't it? Good. Was one easier than the other? No, they're the same. They're just a little teeny bit different. I'm feeling my knees in this one. Good. Yeah, we're working the muscles that support the knees. Can you feel your hips as well? I hope so. Yeah. Top, bottom, and lower. Just two more. Top, bottom, and lower. And top, bottom, and lower. Good. Bend your knees. Swivel around to the other side, or turn around to the other side, however you do it. And we gotta get this up and other and down. You're flexing your feet. Lift, lift, and lower. Good. How is it that every single class is 1 hour long, and yet most of the time it feels like it's 5 minutes? Does anyone go into a complete time warp? Most people do. They always tell me, it feels like it's 5 minutes long or 2 minutes long, or my God, I look at the clock and an hour has gone by. Isn't that cool that we're so present that we're out of time? Yes. Okay, good. And last part, point, point, lower, and point. Lift, lower, top leg up, bottom leg up, lower. Good. For some people, this is a really challenging exercise. Is it for you? For me, not so much, but for many people it is. Just kind of noticing. Paying attention. Yes. Lift, lift. Well, I hope the sunshine stays because I get to go sailing this afternoon. Very excited. You love sailing? When is the last time you went sailing? Yep, and guess what I get to do on Saturday? Yes, outrigger canoeing. Woohoo! Spending some good time on the ocean. Okay, we did it. Bend your knees in. Beat out your thighs. Good. And then pop on up for just our final stretches. We're going to do our 3-way stretch today. So, first stretch, we come on down to a butterfly pose. Yeah, bottom of the feet together. Sitting up tall. Take a breath in, and then using your hands on your ankles, open your legs as wide as you can to the splits, and lean forward. Good, we're gonna hold this position today. It's our final stretch. So holding and breathing in the splits. Yeah. Good work. Tiny pulsations could be helpful. For some of you, you might want to come all the way down onto your forearms or more, really lengthening through your legs. Good job, people. Ooh, that was fun. Mwah. Kisses to everyone. Good. Think of me this afternoon on the beautiful catamaran out in the Pacific Ocean at sunset. Yes. Okay, goodbye, people.